If you go ahead. Welcome, everybody. Bob Madison here with Minnesota State High School League. Congratulations on qualifying for Prep Bowl 51. We had some great games last week, and you get the benefit of moving on here from our office today. You're going to hear from myself, obviously. Shannon's done a fantastic job in year one with football here and getting communication out to you and from you. You'll hear from Laura and Tim here shortly as well. As we move forward with the agenda here today, we're really categorizing all the information into 4 different areas. Talk a little bit about the sites, communication, management, and expectation. We will send this information back out to you in the form of a recording as well that you can refer back to, use portions of the PowerPoint with your community, such as things like tickets and such, and that will hopefully assist you. I'll say this throughout the day here today, we have 28 games. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week. We have 26 sites. We cannot do these contests without neutral sites, and we're just so appreciative of them. For our coaches, ADs, and their communities, we need you to be appreciated as well. They do a great job of trying to provide you a state tournament experience. We need more appreciation and less demand of those sites so we can continue to offer those neutral site facilities. Moving on here as we get into just communication and working with you. Many of you have had questions about the brackets. That little home symbol down there identifies the home team. We'll continue to do so throughout the brackets. If you have not heard from your host site, you will shortly there, probably after this meeting or today. They'll need to know what your arrival time is. Any special needs that you have. Do you want a locker room? Do you not want a locker room? How many buses will you have in total? Both teams, potentially cheerleaders, bands if you're going to have them, and where those buses would park. Look for pass gates and ticket gates to assist your communities as to how to get into your stadiums. Stadiums, again, we met with the quarterfinal sites weeks ago. They have a plan that's ready for you. Some of our stadiums have intricacies. They'll discuss that with you if we only have seating on one side, for instance, and how that seating may work. And again, we'll try and split those up, the home and the away, our student sections apart. And then if there are bands, they'll be located as said or as told by those host sites. A little bit different this year for those of you that are returning participants for the Prep Bowl. Please make sure that any requests from your school or your participating team should come through the AD and working with the site. All right, the quarterfinal site will work with the AD on any questions and or items that you might have. Bill Cheetah just asked a question. If play clocks are available, that should be a question for those sites. When they do call, not all of them, I don't believe, have play clocks on the field level at this time. On to the next slide here, just a couple reminders. Again, all of you have received a Spalding football. Utilize that. A Spalding football must be used from this point forward here in your quarterfinal games. For those of you that will reach US Bank Stadium, we will have some broken in footballs as well that you can go ahead and utilize there. You'll hear from Tim here in a little bit. I think we're going to have a decent, knock on wood, week of weather here for our contest, yet it will get cool at night. The demand for press box is great. Just know that not everybody will be in the press box. We'll have NSPM, our streaming partner, will have priority in the press box. They'll do the best job they can to get coaches where they need to be in or on the press box. Just know not everybody can fit in them. We'll talk a little bit more about streaming and online ticket sales as we move forward here. And at this time, I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Laura from our office. She'll walk us through some of the website and ticketing at this time. Laura?
Great. Thanks, Bob. And again, congratulations to everyone that's on this call on your upcoming state tournament berth. The slide that's showing right now is aimed for ADs and coaches. And this is sharing with you where you're going to find all of the information that Shannon, Bob, and others on our staff have posted for your state tournament experience. From your dashboard, after you are logged in, you're going to see a large blue button like number 1. Underneath that, click on with the red arrow for sports and activities. It will take you to the number 2. My example here is girls golf. Yours is going to say football. Coaches, you may have one or a few of these blue bars for any sport that you coach. ADs, you have a number of them in alphabetical order. But you're looking for that football one and then clicking the plus over on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side of the number 3, that is filled with the state tournament resources that, again, Shannon, Bob, and others in our office have been posting for you. So as we refer to things today and say, find this on your dashboard, as we post the recording and the slides for this following the meeting, that is where you're going to find all of those resources. You may get an email from Bob or Shannon that has an attachment on it. Again, they work really hard to also make sure that all of those documents are in this section. As we move towards semifinal and prep bowl over the next few weeks, this list will continue to grow, and it is your go-to spot for coaches and ADs as you prepare for the state tournament. The second place, if you'll move on to the next slide, Shannon, the second place that football information is posted is out on the public side. And most of the resources that are here are for fans and spectators, but you may find that some of these, again, also assist you as a coach or an AD. So either from up on the top under sports and activities, picking football, or you can see at the very bottom here, there is a shortened URL that is just mshsl.org/football. It takes you to this football page where those blue buttons under state tournament information have a number of different things, again, primarily for spectators, but also things that coaches and ADs can support and use. This is where you're going to find brackets. You're going to find a schedule that is a document with a list of all of the games. There is a spectator guide there that helps you prepare for your state tournament trip. Links to apparel, streaming, online souvenir programs. They all start from this page. So again, as you're sharing things out with your communities, ADs, and coaches, this page really should also save you an amount of time as you need to send resources to those who are going to come to your tournament. One of the links on there, Shannon, the next slide, please, is about NSPN. NSPN is the league's streaming partner. NSPN will be broadcasting all quarterfinal games as well as all semifinal games. They will be very busy this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, getting to and covering all of those games. They are a subscription base. It is a $10 a month subscription or a $30 a year subscription. Again, please help your communities know that this is the official streaming site. We are seeing right now a huge influx of scam streamers who are trying to imitate us and look like us out on the internet, et cetera. So assisting your folks in finding this site will be very helpful. Ticketing is also all online. All tickets should be purchased online. Quarterfinal ticket prices are $13 for adult, $9 for students. There's a ticket link up at the very top of the website, or that shortened URL is mshsl.org/tickets. That is a rather long page again right now because of the number of quarterfinal sites that we have. You see the screenshot over the left. We have tried to identify these to help people so that they know what they're looking for. They are sorted first of all by date. So all of the Thursday games are first. It then goes to a quarterfinal or 9-player and then lists the name of the teams that are playing. That purchase link over on the top is a direct link to that ticket. So again, as you're sharing these out with your community, sharing out this page and or the link that you get to when you click purchase, those two are very helpful in helping your fans make sure that they get the right tickets. You as an AD will also receive 4 complimentary tickets to the quarterfinal game. The goal of these is to provide you with tickets so that you can have administrative reps or additional staff to assist with crowd and spectator supervision. Those will come via email. The target is this afternoon. And they, again, hometown ticketing allows you to print those and or transfer them on a phone. So once you get the email today, you'll have a PDF that you can print all 4 pages of that and hand it to 4 different people who are coming and or forward those individual tickets to them. I threw a screenshot in here. This is the email address that those tickets will come from this afternoon. It says Minnesota State High School League box office, and then the actual email address is fansupport@hometownticketing.com. So again, please watch for that to hit your email this afternoon. Those will come to ADs of all participating schools in quarterfinal games. State tournament apparel. Apparel will not be available at each quarterfinal site. It will be available at all games at US Bank. There is also an online version of ordering for apparel, and you can see that address there. So as you're, again, working with your communities, either purchasing on site at US Bank or using that online option. And again, that is linked off that football page. There's an apparel button that takes you directly to that. Slide 11 coming up has a quick look of what that apparel looks like for this year. We continue to be really happy with our partnership with Signature Concepts. They're providing some great apparel and providing some great opportunities for purchasing that on site. Moving on, I'm going to turn it over to Tim Layton to talk a little bit about media credentialing and assisting media in your community who might be wanting to cover quarterfinal games. Tim?
Very good. Thank you, Laura, and welcome to everybody. Congratulations on your football journey so far this year. The League Student Media Program is in effect for the football state tournament for the school administrators that are on site here or on this call. There's the information here as a part of the student media program. This allows up to 2 students and 1 faculty advisor to have that experiential learning opportunity at the football quarterfinals. The deadline to apply for this is 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. That is the same deadline that the professional media have as well. We will have that opportunity. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me. Many of the ADs on this call already have done so. And just a reminder that all requests for student media must flow through the activities department. You may not have a yearbook editor or some other faculty person apply on their own. All of the student media credentials must flow through the activities department. One final reminder, Bob mentioned it earlier, the league is here to assist any of the site administrators that might be on this call right now. And we are here to help you as it relates to the prioritization of your press box space in terms of accommodation. There will be quite a bit of media pressure at some of your sites. The league is here to help assist you with that. That's all I have for today. Congratulations again. Bob, back to you.
Thanks, Tim. Question, Tim, and this is a good time to just pause and answer questions here if you have them. John Pohl from Hill Murray, I believe, asked, they have the same person from soccer. Do they need to reapply, Tim?
Yes, they do. Good question, John. But yes, they do.
Okay, so for each tournament, they would need to reapply is what I'm hearing for those of you that have been in potentially multiple tournaments this year. Feel free to unmute at this time. Shannon, are they allowed to unmute to ask questions? All right, so let's just throw questions into chat if you have them. At this time, I'll answer.
Bob, there's a question that says, will there be play clocks at each site? I think Bob froze a little bit.
Looks like we froze Bob up here a bit.
Laura, with Bob in frozen mode, do you want to take the team video operator slide?
Sure, I can do that. And it looks like Bob's jumping out and jumping back in.
Sorry, lost me there. John, yes, Spalding is mandated football to be used in postseason play. They're a great partner of ours, and they should have been used in sections as well. If I repeat myself, I apologize. I lost my link there for a moment. We know that video is essential when it comes to teams with football and huddle, so on and so forth. But just know anything outside of huddle and your coaches, you cannot have any form of video or still photography other than that's been approved by Tim at that feed level. Those that are using huddle for film, make sure that they are 7th grade and older. Oftentimes they're coaches. They will need to have that string tag on the field, both at the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then again at the prep bowl. We've seen a phenomenon here lately this year with drones being used. Drones cannot be used in any way, shape, or form in the postseason. They cannot be used for video. And to be quite honest, they shouldn't be used during the regular season either, according to FAA regulations. So please make sure that we follow all video policies in terms of what we're using, both at the quarterfinals, semis, and for the prep bowl. Let's continue on into management here if we can, Shannon. All right, most importantly is that you get, Shannon, everything you need this week. Do not wait until Wednesday to get us the admittance list, the phonetic rosters for our PA people, extra personnel form. We will be checking coaches. If you do not have your continuing education credits, you will not be on the sideline. Just understand that. So make sure that we have that personnel on there, as well as depth charts, both for the offense and defense. That assists us greatly when we move into US Bank Stadium as well. And again, all of this can be found on your AD and coaches dashboards. Again, please put questions into chat here as we go today. This is just a reminder, anybody that is ineligible due to academic progress towards graduation, chemical and or code of conduct are not allowed on the sidelines in postseason play, even in street clothes. All right, so if they are an ineligible athlete, they cannot be on the sidelines for postseason play. Talked a little bit about our varsity rosters here. On to the next slide. Again, this is an example of what you can have. You'll note they're at the bottom. And again, you'll have the string tags that will assist us once you get into US Bank Stadium. We can exceed our official rosters, and that is shown here on the next. So especially for our ADs here, here's what is allowed in for free for your total sidelines. Anything and above and beyond that, you will be billed back to your school at the ticketed price for adults. Again, so anything more than that number on that far right, with the charged admission, you will be billed back. We'll let you know again, and we're going to make we'll make those counts due to the string tags that we have as well. Again, I'm going to pause there for any questions when it comes to chat. Otherwise, this is the information that we have here for today. We're going to give you a great experience. Thanks again to our quarterfinal sites for what they will provide for you. Work with them again and be appreciative of all that they are doing for you this week. One of the questions that we often will get when it gets cold out, again, a good example would be that sideline heaters and or electricity for huddle. If you're bringing monitors in or tents, so on and so forth, please make sure that you work with that individual site. There was a question again on the roster. We can stay right here. For your sideline personnel, if you look at this slide here, you get 18 personnel on your sideline that get in free. Anything and above and beyond that will be charged back to your district through the AD, above and beyond those 18 there for free for 6A, all the way down to 12 for 9-player. There's another question here. Again, work with your individual sites on things like play clocks. There was a question on academic ineligibility. They are not, if they are ineligible to participate, they are not allowed on the sidelines according to state high school league rules. If it's an ineligible athlete, they cannot be on the sidelines, even if it has to do with your academic standards. Our site managers, and once we get to US Bank Stadium, our tournament managers, with the string tags will be managing, those sidelines. All right, phonetic rosters. All right, so, not sure what that means there. It's
If
frustrating.
I get your phonetic roster, I will forward that to the quarterfinal site. If I don't get it by Wednesday, it's not gonna get sent.
Yep.
To answer
So
that
that will-
question.
That will help our PA people at the quarterfinal sites. All right. Shannon, that looks like it for us here today. Let's conclude our meeting, stop the recording at this time. We'll send it back out to you.